On this episode of the Five Paragraph Podcast, we have a very special guest with us. Joining us from mountainupnation.com is Pando Commando. Now, if you're not already familiar with Pando Commando, I don't know what rock you've been living underneath of, but 10th Mountain, an illustrious division of our U.S. Army, is where they bear their name. You can go to mountainupnation.com. You can check out their illustrious story. We are lucky enough to secure an interview with Pando Commando himself. So without any further introduction, sir, it is an honor and a privilege. Pando Commando, welcome to the Five Paragraph Podcast.
Well, thank you, Michael. I do appreciate being able to come on here and give you my 2 cents about the 5 paragraphs, something that's dear and near to me. You got me? You feel me?
I feel you. Oh, I totally. Well, all right. So give us a little origin story here for our listeners and for our audience members who might not be familiar with Pando Commando and 10th Mountain as a whole.
Well, the origin story for me, my mom and my dad, one day while they were eating bamboo, put on a little Hall & Oates, Sarah Smile. And the next thing we knew, here I was, the Pando Commando. So that's where I birthed from my mommy and my daddy. But the story behind the Pando Commando, in reality, comes from the 10th Mountain Division, the most deployed division in the universe. You see, and in the World War II, the old Pando Commando was hatched by those brilliant soldiers that went on to found companies like Nike, REI, and many other companies, probably using a rudimentary form of 5 paragraphs, if you hear me out there. So they created a patch of a little panda, a little fat panda, skiing down with his rifle, and that is where my inspiration comes from. That's why I'm embodying the Pando Commando. But as you can see here, you're watching this on video, I'm pretty stacked. I've been around the block there, Michael.
Amen. Oh yeah, he's got his limo stack on here. All right, so let's go further into this, all right, as far as the Pando Commando is concerned. Pando Commando, I like your origin story, I really do. I love the illustrious nature of 10th Mountain. I believe that you folks, you're really bringing as far as every time and place where you can take a gun, something that I as a Marine definitely appreciate. And I appreciate the fact that you bring up those other veterans who've gone on to successful business leadership. Both of us being veterans, I really do appreciate your service and what you're doing for us. So, with mountainupnation.com, and I just want to kind of roll into the 5 paragraphs themselves. Could you give us the situation, the problem opportunity that you see out there?
Problem opportunity?
Yep.
That's the question, the problem opportunity.
Yeah, what do you see as far as the enemy situation, right? What do you see as far as the need that mountainupnation.com really is targeting? What is your enemy that's out there that you perceive?
Sorry, sometimes it takes me a few seconds. I am a panda, for freak's sakes. So I got to process these things. Let me tell you, the enemy, right? If we're talking about situation, that's paragraph 1, right? We're talking about the situation. We got the enemy forces out there. Quite honestly, and this might be a bad business model, Mountain Up kind of has put our panda blinders on and we just ignored them. But in reality, We're talking about the veteran space, the veteran apparel space. Every veteran and their mom has a t-shirt company out there. It's just the facts, guys. But Mountain Up, we've been doing this for 5 years plus. And the big thing is, we have kind of cracked the code on how to make some pretty sweet ass, if I can say that on this channel. But we make some pretty sweet ass hats, okay? But the enemy is all around us, okay? It is the veteran space, and that space has changed dramatically over the last 2 years. You know, you got Dan from Grunstone and all that drama going on. Oh my God. You got Ranger Up. You got Article 15 is not even around anymore. It's merged into this big baby called Black Rifle Coffee Company. So the enemy is all over, man. And I'll tell you one thing. I love the veteran community. I love them. They make me tingle. And I do love them because most of the Mountain Up Nation, 99% of the Mountain Up Nation are veterans. Just like you, Mike, just like me. And they're wonderful people. But there are some veterans out there that trade on that name and they go around and they're not very nice. They are of the panda eats panda mentality. And that's horrible because pandas are mostly vegetarians and we like bamboo. So I don't know. That's the enemy, man.
I feel you. All right, cool. Okay, so you're making your own niche inside of this veteran apparel space, and I see that. Now, primarily, correct me if I'm wrong as we move into the mission statement, and it doesn't need to be verbatim your mission statement, but primarily you're focused on bringing a solid top quality product to the veteran apparel space. I mean, do you want to maybe caveat to that?
I mean, look at this shirt. It's pretty sweet, right?
I would agree.
We mostly focus on hats. I would say, you know, that is one of it's our thing. I mean, that's how, you know, I pay the light bills, but in reality, Mountain Up is a lifestyle brand. That's why it's the Mountain Up Nation. It's full of awesome people, right, that believe in not only the mountain lifestyle. I'm in Chicago. There's no mountains around here, but we do believe in patriotism. We believe in adventure, and we believe in generosity. That means giving back not only to the nation like we did, but giving back to our community, giving back to the lowest. And I'm not talking about a person the lowest, but just the lowest area that we can give to. I might walk outside there and there might be a car accident. I'm not going to look the other way. I'm going to go towards it and take care of the human being or the panda. Okay? It's about our human, well, I'm a panda, but it's about panda rights and human rights and all of that great stuff.
See, so if folks are not, familiar with the Pando Commando and mountainupnation.com, if you're just joining us, Pando Commando is very, not just patriotic, but passionate about helping fellow Americans that are out there. If you guys are looking for high quality veteran type apparel, and specifically, if you're looking at it from the 10th Mountain perspective, go to mountainupnation.com right now. Check it out. See these high quality hats. And I say that because then, in my opinion, it starts with your hats, okay? Because I've seen them before. I've got one or two laying around. Here we go. Pando Commando is holding a hat up for our viewer listeners. And you can see it's got, on this one, it's a mesh style. It's got the American flag on the side. It's got a really nice sweat brim built into it. They're high quality hats that you feel good wearing. See, so I like this as far as it's a American brand that's making high quality hats, gets it out to an American consumer. I think it's awesome. And now let's roll into the execution paragraph here there, Pando Commando. Inside of that execution paragraph, we just like giving your intentions and maybe what you're looking for as far as an end goal that's out there. What's your intention in growing the mountainupnation.com, the Mountain Up brand overall? What are your intentions and what's your end goal?
All right. Well, I've recently taken over. Mountain Up is the main guy, but our founder, Ryan Hunt, our creative executive officer, all right, his commander's intent, right, is to make awesome swag. Really, it started with the idea, the inspiration of reinventing the old veteran cap that you might find at the VA, those $5 hats that look like poo. All right, that was his inspiration. So that's really the intent, is to make awesome quality products and outreach to the veteran community that we love so dearly. You guys have given us so much, so why wouldn't we love you? All right, I don't drive a Lamborghini, but I wouldn't be driving my car if it wasn't for you guys out there. So I do love you and I do appreciate the community out there. So that's really the commander's intent. Okay, and that does umbrella over our values, over our core beliefs of patriotism, adventure, and generosity. All right. Now, as we talk about the concept of the operation, I'm not going to go into too much detail because we have some pandas, they eat pandas like metal. I better not even say who they are. But there are some people out there, and I know they target Mountain Up on a regular basis. It's funny to us because I'm just a panda, and I got these big companies that have been around for 50 years, and I'm on their target list. All right, I've seen it with these eyes, so I know it's actually happening. All right, but our concept of operation is simple. Continue to move forward, improve our quality, improve our website, because sometimes it's not as functional as we would love it to be. Improve our customer service and how we reach out and touch you guys out there. All right? We love you guys. That's why we do all kinds of cool things, but that's not the nature of this show. All right? And that is a big part of it.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is great though. Where can people find Pando Commando out there? Where do you primarily lurk? In a bamboo forest, on Facebook? Do you do lives? And where does Pando Commando lurk these days?
Well, unfortunately, the big boss, the founder, has me stuck in a goddamn glass cage here, like I'm some kind of mutant from the X-Men. So I'm stuck in here behind a computer, slaving away, trying to create content. It's not very sexy, but that's what we do. Now you can find us. Our main channel, our mothership, our flagship is on Facebook. Now we do a talk show too, and I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but we do. We're going to actually have you on. All right, we're going to reverse the script here very shortly. But that's every Thursday at 20:30 Eastern Standard Time, right on our Facebook, which is at Mountain Up Cap Company on Facebook. Pretty easy to find.
Mountain Up Cap Company on Facebook. Mountain Up Cap Company. And if you folks want to check out Pando Commando, learn more about the apparel and the origin story, go to mountainupnation.com. All right, and you're going to be able to click through and be a part of the overall community. But go for it. Check out the tribe that they're growing over there. Pando Commando is quite an entertaining panda when you go over and check out their Facebook page. It's Mountain Up Cap Company, correct? Pando Commando, Mountain Up Cap Company. That's a firm salute. That is a firm salute for our listeners that are out there. Man, if you're listening to this podcast, you totally got to go.
Salad by being,
Yeah.
not, well,
People got to see this. People got to go to 5paragraph.com. You got to click on YouTube. You're going to be able to view this video, and that way you can see Pando Commando in all of his glory. Oh, my goodness.
I have to say, Mike, yeah, if you're on, I don't know, can I plug? Well, I'll just say, if you're on his podcast right now, yeah, you got to listen to the rest of this podcast and then head over and watch it live. Well, it's not going to be live anymore. It's going to be recorded, and check it out, because my eyes will see into your soul.
They're fantastic eyes. I got to say, they're bewitching. Those are some serious eyes. All right, folks, got to check out Pando Commando. Go to mountainupnation.com right now so they can see what we're talking with here. We've got Pando Commando on. Here's my favorite part of every episode. All right, now it's when I get to throw a very soft curveball into the mix. Usually I ask humans that I have on here, what is the most recent book that they've read? Being a Pando, I think that you're literate. I don't know. What is the most recent book that you've read, or a piece of literature that would be inspirational to other pandas that might be leading companies out there?
Most recent book I read, all right, was a little book in Spanish, all right? Yes, I can read English and I can read Spanish, all right? I read Panda Oso, literally panda, all right? And I just read it last night to my 2-year-old panda cub. So that's really, but I know you're talking. You wanted me to give you something, like,
That's excellent.
else, or something like Leading Change, which are all, these are all great books. But Pando is a magical book about a panda. All right, there's a lot of lessons to be learned about a panda. Pandas are, I don't want to get too political on this show, but pandas are diverse creatures, all right? We don't just sit around eating bamboo for 12 hours a day, all right? We're thinkers.
You're thinkers? That's what you're doing? You're pondering in the woods? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's wanderlust in the woods. Is that what pandas do? Right on.
But I'm sorry. I did read a book last week called Stolen Honor by Clint Lawrence. He's the lieutenant that got pardoned by Donald Trump. We actually had him on my show. I had to read his book. I'll tell you, it was very digestible. I ate that book in about an hour. It went right down smooth. But a really good book. It talks about his origin story. I don't know if you're familiar with the story, Mike, but it's about the lieutenant. He gave some orders, killed 2 insurgents in Afghanistan. He ended up going to Leavenworth, and eventually Donald Trump pardoned him. It's a very good book. Goes into a lot of interesting things about his story, including the origin story, about his journey through the military, and now he's off in law school.
Wow. And it's Stolen Honor?
Stolen Honor.
Stolen Honor. What was the author's name again?
Clint Lawrence.
Clint Lawrence. Stolen Honor. All right. You know what? We're going to have to add that to the knowledge bank.
Commission off of them, but it is on Amazon, by the way, our Target.
Nice. Yeah, no, we're going to have to add that to the knowledge bank. For listeners who aren't familiar with our knowledge bank, you can go to 5paragraph.com right now. All of these books that are recommended by our guests are put into our knowledge bank, books for bettering oneself. You go to 5paragraph.com, click on knowledge. Hugely important. These are our influencers, and we really like getting the recommendations from other folks who we have on the show, so that way you can see what successful business leaders are reading these days. So thank you, Pando Commando, for that solid recommendation on both of those books. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'm a panda. I always interrupt. I will tell you this, and it's to Mike's point, professional development, okay? Continued professional development and educating yourself. It doesn't even have to be formal. I'm talking about reading, writing, whatever. It's critical to success in business. If you're not doing it as a leader, you're failing. And that's why I like this 5-paragraph concept, guys, because it is professional development bundled up. All right? All right, Mike, I'm sorry. I get passionate about these.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for those kind words.
I'm a passionate panda.
Hey, brother, anytime that you enjoy talking about 5-paragraph to our audience members, I'm going to take advantage of that and be sure that it's on recording. So there you go. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Hey, folks, we really do appreciate you listening to each one of these episodes. And we hope by now you have subscribed, you have rung the bell in order to get the notifications for all of you who are viewing this on YouTube. And for our listeners that are out there, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. Now, all of these interviews in long form, detailed, everything uninterrupted and uncut are all a part of our e-learning inside of the 5P Inner Circle. So if you're looking to glean some valuable business insights, a little bit of entertainment, empowering, maybe some education out of each episode, go to 5paragraph.com, click on e-learning. If you want to check out the templates, if you want to get in touch with an advisor, if you want to do an assessment, go to 5paragraph.com. So we are on with Pando Commando of mountainupnation.com. You know, I feel like we already got a little bit of closing advice for you with that professional development, but let's go through some closing communication type stuff that's going on out there. Where is the best place for people to reach out and get in touch with you, Pando Commando of mountainupnation.com?
Well, you already kind of spelled it out there, guys. You can reach us at mountainupnation.com. You can reach us on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You can send us an email. I mean, there's so many ways. You can text me if you want. You want to text a panda? Is that something that makes you tingle? You can even text me, guys, and I will respond.
Text Pando Commando your most tingly query. That is what I challenge our audience members to do. Text, look, he's shaking his head in agreement. That is the nod, folks. We've gotten the nod. Your most tingly query.
My number, 773-658-0043. You text me.
773-658
0043.
0043. You text Pando Commando your most tingly query.
Put 5-paragraph, yes, and then put your most tingly inquiry, and I will answer it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, you got to mention 5-paragraph in that one.
I'm just going to ignore it.
There you go. All right, so you got to text all of your tingly queries to that number. You're going to have to go back through it. 773
0043. All right? 773 658 0043.
Oh my goodness. This is arguably one of the better episodes that we've had on the 5-paragraph podcast, and I really do. I thank you, Pando Commando, for joining us here on the 5P podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
No problems. You guys got an awesome thing going on there.
Thank you.
Get the word out.
Right on. I appreciate it. Well, you be sure to share this episode with your entire audience. We will definitely share it with ours. Folks who are viewing and listening at home, this is a fun one. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, rate, review the podcast. You can find us on YouTube, on iTunes, on Stitcher, Player FM, everywhere that you enjoy listening to podcasts, and of course, watching us. So go ahead, be a part of the conversation. Thank you so much for being a part of the 5P family. And until next time, take care and be well.